Hello and welcome to the Kayden Gordon Show, today's best country mix. If you're just joining us, thanks for joining us. Joining me right here today, all the way over in the UK, is Nicholls. Hey Nia, how's it going?
Hi, yeah, I'm doing good, thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
My pleasure. So kind of tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into music to start out.
Okay, well, I think as long as I can remember, I've always loved singing, but it wasn't until I was about 10 that I started learning how to play the guitar and I started writing my own songs. And that really came from the fact that my mum gave me a Dolly Parton record a couple of years earlier, and I just fell in love with her. Who doesn't love Dolly? And so I knew I wanted to be in the country music genre,
Hmm.
and that's why I wanted to learn the guitar. And since I was about 13, I've been traveling back and forth to Nashville and Memphis as well to sort of continue on the country route, which has been really fun and got a chance to record over there as well.
Oh, really? Wow. So how many times have you been to Nashville?
Oh my gosh, probably about maybe 7 times
Oh,
now.
wow.
And the last few times, I think the last 3 or 4 times we've been over, we've recorded there, which has been
Hmm.
really fun, very intimidating, but very fun.
Hmm. Yeah. I'm just curious because obviously you have to fly. How much is it to fly from like the UK to up here in the States?
Oh my gosh, I'm not too sure. I think it's like 1,000 for like a flight ticket out, but we always travel
Mhm.
as a family, so I don't really know too much about it. But I'm gonna have to learn because I'm going out to the States this summer by myself. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna have to figure that one out.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So have you been anywhere else besides Nashville or just Nashville?
Yeah, so I mean, before that, my family and I did the typical like family holiday to Florida,
Yeah.
quite a lot, and I've been over to San Diego actually as well for another recording opportunity I had there, which was back in 2020, just before we went into lockdown, and that was so much fun, and San Diego was awesome, and I definitely want to go back there now because that was my first time really in California. And yeah, we've been all over the place really, like all the touristy sites as well.
Hmm.
But most specifically, we've been to Tennessee.
Yeah. I've never been. I really do want to go. I gotta go at some point. I just need to, get it done. It's something
Oh,
on my
you should
bucket list.
definitely do it. You'd have a great time.
Hmm. Hmm. So, Nia, what is something that you absolutely love about music? Like, what does it have in your like significance to you? What does that mean to you, like music?
Oh, that's a really nice question. I think music for me is, I for everyone probably, it's just very therapeutic. And
Hmm.
that's really why I wanted to write my own songs because I loved listening to other artists when I was feeling down about something or when I was feeling really happy. I just love listening to those songs and how on the nose those lyrics were for how I was feeling, which is why I wanted to go into songwriting and write about my feelings in hopes that other people would relate to them.
Hmm.
So it's really just very therapeutic for me. I just love it.
That's awesome. That's really awesome.
Thank you.
So, if you could pick one person that you could do a duet with or sing with, who would you choose and why? It could be alive or dead or whatever.
Oh, I would have to say off the top of my head, probably Steven Tyler from Aerosmith. Very different genre of music to
Hmm.
me, but I just love him so much. I love him as a performer, and I think he's so charismatic and he's so funny, and I just love him. So, Steven, if you're watching this, hit me up.
Yeah, you never know. Watch and listen, and how I don't even know. I mean,
That'd be so
I've gotten a
cool.
lot of things, but hey, I mean, if you're out there, hit her up.
Yeah.
So I'm not aware of him listening, but if he ever does, hey, that's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah. Yeah, that's the dream.
Mhm, mhm. What does a typical day look like for you?
A typical day for me is probably just like getting up in the morning, having a cup of coffee, and then pretty much sitting down at my laptop for most of the day, just sending
Mhm,
emails out to radio stations and blog sites as well. And then at the end of the day, usually I rehearse.
mhm,
And maybe write some songs as well. To be honest, songwriting, I can't schedule that in. It happens when it happens. Just have to go with it. But yeah, usually I just spend the day sending emails, which is so much fun. God. But you have to do it as an artist, you know, you have to send out the emails, and you meet a lot of people that way. And you know, I met you that way actually, because I sent you an email just out of the blue, and
Yes.
that's how it works, you know. It's great.
Yeah. To be honest, I think I actually sent a lot of emails too. So, you know, sometimes someone's like comes to me and said, we actually met, you reached out to me, and I was like, oh, I thought you reached out. Like, it's one of those things where it's like you email
Yeah,
so many people, you forget, like, you know, who their manager is or their PR agent, or, you know.
yeah,
So you
100%.
gotta actually, I have, like, luckily with my emailing system, there's a way for me to take notes and categorize everything. So I have to do that to make sure I'm in the right spot.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you just have to keep track of it, but it's so easy
Mhm,
to lose track because you do send so many out. But that's awesome that like you have all
mhm.
these artists coming to you as well.
Absolutely. And you found me through Robbie Harday, right?
I did, yeah, because she made
Yes, there you
a
go.
post. Yeah, she made a post and she tagged you, and I was like, oh, I need to check out like this guy, and here we are now.
Yeah, so how'd you meet her?
Well, you know what? We actually we haven't actually met in person,
Hmm.
but oh god, how was it actually? I think it was just through radio stations and live
Oh, okay.
streams. So I think I heard of her through Voice of a Woman, which is like a radio station here in the UK.
Yep.
And I live stream and Robbie joined one day, and we
Mm-hmm.
just sort of typed back and forth, which is really nice. And I think that's so cool about all these live streams, is that you
Hmm.
just meet so many people. And yeah, that's how we met, but we've actually never met.
Yeah, yeah. There's actually a lot of people out there, you know, especially with the social media. Like I always tell everyone when we have this conversation, like you can get your music so far these days just by going on the computer.
Absolutely, yeah, it's crazy. And I feel like lockdown, because we had a couple of lockdowns
Yeah.
here, and
Hmm.
um it kind of helped me, which is a really weird thing to say. Like in terms of gigs, yeah, that
Hmm.
sucked. But I got to do a lot of live streams, and then I ended up
Hmm.
meeting a lot of people that way, whether they're fans or other artists or radio stations. It's just so crazy what the internet can do for you these days, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, when I didn't have any like DJ gigs going on, but I've actually gotten really far during the pandemic. I have to say, I've met a lot of people. I've had a lot of time to sit down and really,
That's
do
awesome.
emails. So
Yeah, that's the thing. You got plenty of time to send out emails
yeah,
throughout lockdown.
yeah. You're on the computer for a good 5 hours, and you're like, after that, yeah, I'm good. I'm done for the night. After
Yeah,
that, yeah.
I know that
So,
feeling.
so Nia, do you have any new singles or any upcoming projects that we can look forward to?
Yes, I have a couple of new singles ready to go over the next
Mhm,
few months. I'm thinking they'll be released. But at the moment, I have just released a single called If You Want a Sign. That came out a few weeks ago. And that's been, it was such an interesting one to release because it was 6 minutes long, which isn't ideal when you're an up and coming artist. You don't release 6 minute songs.
mhm.
But everyone's been really kind about it. So I really do urge people to listen to that one and help me get my streams up on Spotify. But I do have new music coming as well.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, and when you sent that email to me, I was like, wow, she's pretty good. I have to say, a lot of people I talk to, I'm just, a lot of people when I get those submissions, I'm like, wow, we gotta get this set up, So,
Oh, awesome. Well, thanks. I'm glad you like it.
oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. So, do you kind of have like an envision on where you'll be in the next, I don't know, 5 to 10 years? Do you have like a goal for yourself?
Oh, I don't really think about it too much, to be honest, because it freaks me out. But
Hmm.
I just hope that I'm happy and that I'm successful in what I'm doing. And I love being a songwriter and I love being a performer. So I just hope that I continue doing that. And I hope that I'm able to travel like a lot more, because obviously I'm planning to go to the States this summer, and that'll be my first time traveling really without my family. And I just hope that in 5 to 10 years' time, I've traveled to all these cool places and I've got to see everything I want to see. and I've got to gig in those places as well. And
Mhm.
I just hope that I'm happy.
Yeah, that's what matters. Definitely making sure that you're a priority. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Hmm. So, do you have a message for any of your fans or any new fans that heard our conversation today? Do you have any a message for them?
Yeah, I just say thank you so much, like for all of your support, whether you streamed one of my songs or if you tuned into an interview or if you tuned into one of the radio plays. It really does mean a lot. And the fact that you would care about what I do just means the world. And it is a dream come true, you know. If I
Mhm.
could tell my 8-year-old self that, you know, in a few years' time, people would care about what you do, she would probably die. She'd be like, "What? Seriously?" So just thank you so much.
Oh, it's our pleasure. I try to, squeeze in as many independent artists and any other big opportunities I get as well. So,
Yeah. Well, it's very important to help out the independent artists. So thank you very much.
absolutely. Yeah, it's my pleasure. I think it's definitely important because you guys are definitely, I think, the rising of the future. So,
Oh, thank you. And so are you.
thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not super big yet. I'm getting there. Like, this is probably, I think, my third year doing this. So I'm growing as fast as I can.
Yeah,
So,
that's
yeah,
so good.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I just started interviews. Maybe I did like just the radio stuff for a year. And then I think when the pandemic hit, when I really had a lot of time on my hands, I think is when I really jumped into interviews. And they just been, as the years went on, I've gotten some big like actors and stuff on. Like it's been really crazy. I've been booked like crazy. So I try to squeeze into so many people without like, making it like a thing. Like I have to give myself like days off, obviously. So like, I try to book and make sure that I'm not, doing too much. So yeah, I mean, I hope that tells you how busy I am.
No,
And I'm
that's
very happy I was able to get you on here. So
oh, thank you. Well, no, I'm really happy you were able to get me on. And honestly, it sounds like you're doing amazingly. And all that time throughout the pandemic obviously
mhm,
helped you, which is really great. And it helped me as well. So
mhm.
there's silver linings in it, you know. It sucked for the world, but
Yeah,
at least
yeah.
we got to have a little jump start in our careers, which is awesome.
Hmm. So do you have any hobbies and interests outside of music?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a very creative person. I just love
Hmm.
anything that's kind of creative. So I like to paint sometimes,
Hmm.
like watercolor paint. I'm not that great at it. I'm not gonna like
Yeah.
toot my own horn. I'm not that great, but I like
Hmm.
doing it. And what else do I do? Oh, I sometimes knit.
Hmm.
Again, not too great. I'm pretty
Yeah.
average at it, but I can knit a scarf, so I think that's pretty cool.
Hmm.
And that's pretty much it, to be honest. And play with my dog, Blue. That's those are my hobbies.
Yeah. Hmm. What kind of dog do you have?
A German Shepherd. Oh, I think I have like I have a photo right here. Can you see it?
Yes, I can. That's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's sweet. He's
Mhm.
only just turned a year, but he is a tank. He is massive.
Oh, I bet. I bet. Yeah. We have a bull mastiff here, and she's huge. So
Oh, sweet.
yeah,
What's
we
her
have a bull
name?
mastiff. We have Minnie, and then we have my golden doodle, which is Scout, and
Oh,
we named him Scout. So mhm.
that's so cute. Oh, so
Yeah,
3 dogs. That's awesome.
two dogs. Two dogs.
Oh, 2 dogs.
Yeah.
Do you have any other pets?
I do. Here I have we have a cat, and then at my dad's house, he has like a whole farm. Like he has goats, chickens, ducks, you name it. So,
Oh, cool. Nice.
hmm so yeah, absolutely. So, where can people find you on social media? If they want to find you.
Yeah, I'm on everything. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, you name it, I'm there. And it's all just Nia Nicholls. And
Mhm.
I'm also obviously on Spotify and YouTube. So make sure to check me out on there.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I was talking to someone the other day, and like their username was taken because their name is so like unique, and your name's so different. Like you can probably just put in that in and it won't be taken. So I think that's funny. Yeah,
Yeah, I've been
definitely an
lucky.
interesting name.
Thank you. Thanks. Well, it's Welsh. I'm originally from Wales.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think I've had a couple conversations via Zoom with a couple people up there. So
Oh, cool. Oh,
yeah,
nice.
hmm
Yeah,
I've
they're fun
talked
people.
to a lot of people.
Oh,
Hmm.
that's great. Oh my gosh, you're
Australia, UK, Ireland, Sweden, you name it, all of those places probably. Yeah, probably
Sure.
more that I'm not thinking off of the top of my head. So
Wow, you're very popular. That's very cool.
thank you, thank you. So before we go, is there anything else that I forgot that you would like to share?
No, I don't think so. I think you pretty much covered everything. You know, I have some new music coming out in a few months' time. And I also have a Patreon that I'm hoping to
Okay.
set up soon. I haven't set it back up yet at the moment,
Mhm.
but hopefully I will do soon. So just keep an eye out on my Facebook, and I'll probably announce it there at some point. And that's pretty much everything.
Awesome. Well, again, Nia, thank you so much for joining us right here on the King Gordon Show, today's best country mix. We appreciate so much your time.
Thank you so much again for having me.